What is up, everyone? It is Sunday, and I probably should have waited about 10 seconds before I pushed record because I had a cough. There we go. It is Sunday. It's about 4 o'clock. I have completed book 2 in my series, and I've sent it to the editor. I couldn't be happier about that. Now we're going to play some football, and then I have some administration stuff I need to do for the book later tonight, setting it up in places and things like that. So I decided to play a little bit of football here first, though, and I was watching Dave Gardner unbox 1983 a couple nights ago. I think it was Friday night. And that reminded me that I have a tournament going in 1983. So let's get a couple of those teams out. And I'll show you here. If I go here, you can see where we are. We're in the round of 16. This is still the first round. We have 3 games left. Kansas City, Seattle, Baltimore, Denver, and Atlanta, St. Louis. That'll give us our final 16. And today we're going to play Kansas City at Seattle. Kansas City 6-10 that year. Seattle 9-7. They made the playoffs. But we have a doozy of a game here. This is going to be the game. These two teams played each other twice that year because they were in the AFC West together. And this game is the one that went 51-48 in overtime. Seattle getting the win here on a field goal. John Malkovich versus Chuck Knox. It's going to be Bill Kenny versus Dave Craig. Look at that scoring. That is a lot of scoring. You know I love that. I'd love to. I might try to find this game on YouTube later tonight and give it a watch. The big player in this game was Kurt Warner. Not that Kurt Warner. The OG Kurt Warner. Look at that. 32 carries for 207 yards and 3 touchdowns. No catches, but that guy, that's a heck of a fantasy week. What is that? 20.7? That's 38.7 points. You're happy with that. I know that. Let's see. Who else was in this game? Not much in the way of Kansas City in terms of who was really, really good. I mean, Bill Kenny, 21-38 for 311 and 4. I guess that's pretty good too now that I say that out loud. Yeah, well, okay. Well, we got Carlos Carson and Henry Marshall both having big games. So we got some players here. This Kansas City team is kind of fun because you have some really young guys who are not starters. You got Stephon Page here. You got Stephon Page. He is 22 years old. He's actually 21 years old, it looks like, when this game starts. Maybe 22 if it's later in the year. He's only a 2. And then right underneath him, we got, I guess above him, we have the great, where's he at? Oh, JT Smith. He's a punt returner, but he's a 2. He's 22. No, wait, is he in his 30s? Oh, no, he's 28 when this game starts. JT Smith, if that's the same one, was that the same one that went to Arizona? Oh, I got to look at this now. So, because he's JT Smith in 1989 is an A-star for, I think, the Phoenix Cardinals. I gotta see this now. Hang on a second. I didn't realize this. Then we'll get to Kansas. The other guy in Kansas City that I like. Where's JT Smith? Is he not even going to be listed anywhere? He wasn't a starter for Kansas City. He did not have any catches. He was the main punt return, but he did not return any punts for Kansas. That's because Seattle never punted, apparently. Holy cow. All right, well, I'm pretty sure that's the same JT Smith that ends up in Phoenix as an A-star in 1989. But not even just offense. Sitting here at the bottom of the pile, Albert Lewis. He's a 2. He's pretty good. He's 22, 23 when this game is played. He was a good player. He's a W6, even though he's a cornerback too, but he's not a starter. And then you got some guys like starting. This is a pretty good team. You got Deron Cherry. I'm surprised they went 6-10. Deron Cherry is a really good defensive back for them. I mean, this will be a fun game, I think. This is a fun team. So I'll take a look at both offenses and defense fully as we get into the game like normal. Let's go ahead and do that. I've already rolled the dice. Seattle will kick off. Kansas City will receive. I got my defensive cards ready. So let's go ahead and get started here. Looks like I'm all set up and ready to go. Okay. So it's going to be, for Seattle, Norm Johnson is going to be your kicker. Norm. And a 54. Oh, we're going to start with a penalty. Well, that's nice. Oh, no, we're not. A 33. Okay. A 33. And we have a very short kick, 46-0-10. So 46-0-10. I had to go hunting for the OB for this team right before I got on camera, and it looks like he's going to be used right on the first play. So it's 46-0-10. The 0-10 means OB, and the OB is a starting running back, Theodis Brown. He's a pretty good running back. He'll get some carries in this game, but he's also going to be your backup kick returner. And let's go ahead and see what he does. From the 19-yard line, Theodis Brown. A 26. That'll be an 11. And he'll get 20 yards on the return. And Kansas City with good field position. Now, I will say this game has been done really well in terms of if it was a high-scoring game in real life, it's usually a high-scoring game. If it's a low-scoring game, you know, the way I play, it's still a high-scoring game. But like when you have upsets, you know, this Kansas City's 6-10, Seattle's 9-7, gone to the playoffs. I still wouldn't be surprised if this game was close, the way it was in real life. So, okay, 1st and 10 at the 39 now for Kansas City. Let's take a look at their team here. It's going to be Bill Kenny. He's a quarterback 4 out of a couple different colleges, Arizona State, Northern Colorado, but he's a 4. So for a 6-10 team, he's a pretty good player. I'm looking at some of his numbers. I mean, again, 42 is a 9. 64 is a 9. I mean, these are Thad Lewis style numbers here. Look at that. 53 is a 12. 61, that's a 13, so it's a fumble number. 41's a 19. Okay, so this is going to probably be, you know, closer to 50% completion percentage, but we'll see how the dice say. Looking at their offense, they're actually a 37-35 pass and run. You know, above average for a 6-10 team. You got Carlos Carson and Henry Marshall, both 4s, as your wide receivers. And then you got Bill Kenny's a 4. Theodis Brown is a fullback 4. So we got some players out here. We got 4 A receivers, Carson, Brown, Marshall, and then Anthony Hancock way down there at the bottom. JT Smith is a C in this game. Stephon Page is a B on short passes and a C. So this ought to be a fun one. They're 37-35. Looking at Seattle's defense. They've got Jeff Bryant, Joe Nash. These are names I know. Jacob Green, Michael Jackson. Probably not that Michael Jackson or that Michael Jackson. Dave Brown, Kenny Easley. I mean, this is a pretty good team. They're 37. So in terms of the defensive cards, Seattle's going to be an even against the pass. So we got the even card out. And they're going to be a +2. They'll have a bit of advantage on run plays. So they'll be a +2 on run plays. And Kansas City is a 60-40 team, probably because they were down a bunch. They're a 60-40, so they're going to pass. They're actually a 62-38, but they're going to pass 1 to 8. It's going to be the run plays, 1 to 4 inside, 5 to 8 outside, and then 9 to 17 will be short, 18, 19 medium, 20 is long. That's how we'll play it on standard offenses. So let's get started. Here we go. Big game here. Big game. At the Kingdom. 6 and 52. So 6 is an outside run. 52 is going to be Theodis Brown, and he will run both ways. 36 on your defense is a BS. So we'll start outside run BS for Theodis Brown. It's a great name, Theodis. I kind of want to steal that for one of my books. All right, BS. 62. 62 is a 24. And Theodis Brown's going to pick up 1 yard on the play and get knocked down by Jacob Green. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. Bill Kenny in there. I remember that NFL Throwback YouTube channel that I keep telling you guys to watch. They did a video, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago on who is the most average quarterback in NFL history. The most average. And they gave a whole list of things that make him average. And I think Bill Kenny might have been the winner. I have to go back and watch. I'm going to go back and watch that, I think. But yeah, I think Bill Kenny was the winner. All right, second play is going to be a short pass. 41. 41 is Henry Marshall. He's an A. Now, Henry Marshall's a guy I really do not remember. I remember all the other receivers they have, but I do not remember Henry Marshall. He's a 4-3, so 4 on pass plays, a 3 on run plays. A6, he's a pretty good player. He's a 4. Went to Missouri. All right. So 32 on the pass is CG. We'll go BG since he's an A. We'll go short pass BG. Bill Kenny to Henry Marshall. A 34. We got a penalty opportunity here. It's a 35. That's going to be a 7-yard completion, but we have a TH. So let's check the penalty. 32. That's going to be on the offense. Oh, man, that's a big one. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage on the offense, and they will wipe out that play, and that's going to push Kansas City back. It's going to be 2nd and 24. That's a biggie. All right, let's go short pass heavy now. And 6, that'll be a short pass. 51 is, so I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I always feel pretty confident in my pronunciations. I try not to stutter over them, but this one I can't get. I can't get my mouth to make that sound. Jurel? Does anybody know how to, am I saying it completely wrong? Somebody help me here. I'm just going to call him Gerald, even though that's wrong. It's Jurel. It's like jewelry. Jeweler. No, Jurel. Yeah, I don't know how to say that name. So Thomas, he's a starting fullback, or he's our fullback. He's not their starter. He's a fullback. He'll be your he'll be your short pass guy here. He's a C. Defense is a 23. That is a CG. So we'll go short pass CG. Bill Kenny to Thomas. 65. That's an 18, and that's going to be incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 24. Not a good start here for Kansas City. All right, let's go medium pass heavy. And let's just fun here. Let's make 19 a long pass and 20 a draw play. And it is a 6, so it's going to be a short pass. 66, that is Ed Beckman. I mean, that is not a football name. Actually, it's a football name, but like a linebacker. Definitely, well, maybe a tight end. Ed Beckman. He's a C1. He probably got the least amount of targets of this whole receiving staff. He's a C. 16 is an AS. We'll make it a BS. So short pass BS. Bill Kenny to Ed Beckman. 21 for Kenny is 16. It's going to be complete. He'll dump it off to him at the line of scrimmage, just trying to avoid the rush, and he'll pick up 2. And it will be 4th down. And the Chiefs get good field position, but they're going to go 3 and out after that penalty. And we'll bring out Jim Arnold to do the punting. I think this is his pre-Detroit days, I believe. And back to receive is Paul Johns for Seattle. 66 on that punt. Could have used that on any of the other dice rolls. That'll be a 4. And that is a 52-yard punt taken by D10. So 52. And that is Nick Lowry. No, not Nick, Jim Arnold. And there you go. And it's going to be Paul Johns from the 21-yard line. 26. 26 is a 22. And he will get 4 yards on the return. And now Seattle comes out 1st and 10 at their own 25 to start their first drive. And let's take a look at their team. All right, so on offense, you got one of the best receivers of all time, Steve Largent. He's a 5. He's an A, 11 to 24, so he's about an A8 or A9 there, which is nice. Pretty good offense here, 38 on the pass, 39 on the run. Kurt Warner, one of the better running backs in Seattle history, is there. Dave Craig, also a 4, is your quarterback. And again, we have 3 guys that are A's, Steve Largent, Paul Johns, and Kurt Warner. And then you got Pete Metzelaars in his pre-Buffalo Bills days. I've heard of Dan Dornick before, but the rest of them, not so much. But again, they're 38-39. Looking at Kansas City's defense, pretty good. Again, 6 and 10 team. I'm surprised. They're a 38 against the pass and a 36 against the run. Guys I recognize: Art Still. Then you go all the way down to Deron Cherry. I don't really know much of the guys in between there. But again, 38-36. So that means they're going to be even, much like Kansas City was, or Seattle was. They're going to be even against the pass, but they're at a little bit of a disadvantage against the run. They're a -3, and it's not surprising because Seattle's a run team, so they're 55-45. So 1 through 11 will be the runs. 1 to 6 is inside. 7 to 11 will be outside, and then 11 to 20 will be your passes. 11 to 16, 11 to 17 short. 18-19 medium, and 20 is long. All right, let's get started here with Seattle on offense. All right, at 12, that'll be a short pass for Dave Craig. Oh, look at that defense, though. 11, CD. They're out there waiting for it. Oh, look at that offense, though. 66. What guy is that? That is Cullen Bryant. And I know the name Cullen Bryant. I believe, yeah, so he's 32 years old when this game is played. I think he was better for other teams, and I just don't know who. But I know the name. I feel like he was in my 70s set. Or maybe my 1980 set is where I saw him. All right, so Cullen Bryant is going to take the catch here. He's a C. CD. So we're going to go CD, Dave Craig to Cullen Bryant. 65 for him. That's an 18. That's incomplete. So in both cases, I think our quarterback rolled a 65 on their first pass. So let's see. Bryant, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. All right, 7. We're going to go outside run. I think you're going to see a lot of Kurt Warner in this game, just like they did in real life. 64 is CS. And 43 is Kurt Warner. So outside run Kurt Warner, CS. 12. That's not a good roll. 26. He will lose 3 yards. Hit in the backfield. I'm telling you, we got some good defenses here for considering their records. Got some good defenses here. All right, make it 3rd down and 13 now. Are they going to go 3 and out? Let's go medium pass heavy for Craig. And it's an 8. That's a short pass. 46. 46 on your defense is a BS. 54. That is Kurt Warner, who is an A on short passes. So we'll make it an AS. We'll go short pass AS. Craig dumping it off to Kurt Warner. $24 for Craig. That's a 17. He'll complete it, but boy, just like Kansas City, he's going to hit right at the line of scrimmage and no gain on that play. So both teams kind of playing the same here. It's not really working out for them. And it's going to be 3rd down and 13 or 4th down and 13. We'll bring out Jeff West to do the punting for Seattle, and back to receive is JT Smith. 55 for your punt. That is a 6. And that is 48 D10. So punt, 48 D10, and it's going to be JT Smith on the return. 54. Oh no, 54 is 36. And that will be a 5-yard return, but we have a TQ. So he catches it at his own 30, he gets 5 yards, but we have a TQ. 55, 12, and that is fair catch interference, but I'll bet you because it wasn't a fair catch, it gets waved off. Let's see. Where are my penalties? They're in the back. One more. There they are. All right, what have all these? See, we got 12 fair catch interference, but we have a bunch of asterisks over here, so we got to see what those mean. Ignore the result of the run back. Mark the penalty from where the punt was caught. Oh, so you ignore the run back and you just mark the penalty from there. So that's a 15-yard penalty on the punt team. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna go punt. So we're gonna ignore the punt return. So we'll just go. I don't know how you would do this. Let's just say does not return it. It rolls 0 yards. So that way it won't count against him statistically. And then we'll go penalty. And that's going to be on Seattle. 15 yards. That's a big one for fair catch interference. Do I have that here? No, I don't think I have that. So we'll go. Let's see. What do we want to call this? We'll just call it personal foul. And no time off the clock. And all right, Kansas City, just like that, they're up to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Both teams with 1 penalty for 15 yards. 1st and 10. And a 13, we're going to start with a short pass. 25, that is Theodis Brown. He's an A on short passes. And 26 is a BS. We'll make it an AS. A short pass AS, Kenny to Theodis Brown. 22, it's going to be complete. It's a 4. 17 yards as Kansas City crosses the 50. All right. 1st and 10 now down to the Seattle 38. A 16 is a short pass. 35. 35 is Henry Marshall. He's an A. 41 is an AS. So we'll go short pass AS, Kenny to Henry Marshall. 53, that's a 12. It'll be complete, 9 yards. Oh, good play there. So him to Marshall, Kenny to Marshall for 9, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 now, down to the Seattle 29. All right, a 2, that's an inside run. 35 is Theodis Brown. He's the man today. 22 on your defense, though. That'll be is that an AG? No, it's a BG. All right, so inside run BG, Theodis Brown. $64 for Brown. Oh, it's a 17. He'll get a first down. He'll get 5 yards. And it's 1st and 10. Down to the 24. All right, a 16. That'll be a short pass. 33 is Henry Marshall. He's an A. 36 is BS. Make it an AS. A short pass AS. Craig looking for Henry Marshall, and he'll find him. He'll find him for 14 yards, and Marshall is going to go out of bounds right at the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal just like that. So Kansas City just going right down the field here in the Kingdome. They didn't have the 12th man back then. Well, they may have. They just weren't called that. All right, 13, that's a short pass. 24, that is Willie Scott. I don't know who Willie Scott is. He's a starting tight end. He's a B on short passes. B3. There he is out of South Carolina. And 21. 21 is a BS, so we'll stay at BS. So short pass BS. Let's see. Where are we at? We're at the 10. Okay. 43 for Kenny. That's a 29. And he is going to get sacked. He's going to run around back there and end up losing 9 yards on the sack. Getting into the backfield for Seattle. That is Michael Jackson. Hee. Going to go in there and get this. I can't believe I did that. Sorry. I apologize. It's weird. He's going to get the sack. And it's going to be 2nd and 19. 2nd and goal at the 19. We'll go short pass heavy. All right. 12 is a short pass. 46 is going to be Ken Thomas. Ken Thomas is a B on short passes. 31 is CS. Make it we'll stay at CS. So short pass CS. Kenny looking for Kenny Thomas. Kenny to Kenny. 41. 41's a 19, and that'll be incomplete. And it's 3rd and goal from the 19. So Kenny to Kenny. Complete, and it's going to be 3rd down. And we're going to go medium pass heavy here. And a 2, that's a short pass. A 16, that is going to be Carlos Carson. Carlos Carson is an A. Best receiver on the team. Where's he at? There he is. EB4A8. Yeah, I went to LSU. Really good player. I remember him. And then defense 16, that is an AS. We'll stay right at AS. We'll go short pass AS. Kenny to Carson. 22, it's going to be complete. 15 yards and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Cannot get into the end zone. Good play, but could not make it stick. And on 4th and goal at the 4, we're going to bring out Nick Lowry, one of the league's better kickers, for a 21-yard field goal, and you know that's good. 11, it's a 38. Probably don't even need to look. It's a 21-yard field goal, but we'll check anyway. Yeah, 38 is good. And the Chiefs, the first team on the board, 3-0. 8.5 to go in the first quarter. Let's kick it off with Nick Lowry. Oh my goodness, another 11. That's a 25, and a 25 is a touchback. That one I don't have to look at. So we'll go 75 yards. Is that right, actually? Yeah. I see. I had to look, but I was right. So touchback. So Seattle automatically going to take over. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Now down 3-0. Dave Craig back out on the field. And they're going to go short pass. 55. That is AD. 36 is Paul Johns. He's an A. I do not know him either. He's an A. He's a good receiver for them back in the 80s, apparently, early 80s. He's also the main punt returner and secondary punt returner. Yeah, so he could be a decent one in this game. So he is an A. What was our defense? AD. So AD, short pass. Craig, looking for the man with for 2 first names, Paul Johns. AD. 31, and that is going to be complete. That is a 12-yard gain and a 1st down. So Craig to Johns for 12. And 1st and 10 now at the 32. All right, a 9. That'll be a, what is that? That is going to be an outside run. Oh, lots of 5s on the board here. 55 again on defense is an AG this time. 54, that is David Hughes, the fullback, is going to get a carry here on the outside run. And that was AG. Is that AG? Yeah. All right. So Hughes takes the ball. He's going to get around the corner. He'll pick up 7. So big David Hughes. 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 now for Seattle. And a 9, it'll be another outside run. 34 is going to be Kurt Warner. Nope. 43 will be Kurt Warner. 34 is a pass defense. That's going to be an AD. Oh, wait, 34? Yeah, AD. So we're going to go outside run AD this time for Kurt Warner. 56 for Warner. That's 24. And he's going to get around the corner for 3 yards. That's a 1st down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 42. For Seattle, trying to get that field goal back and maybe more. An 8, that's another outside run. Boy, the outside working here. We're running past the tackles. 25 on your defense is AG. And 62 is going to be Dan Dornick. There's a new one. Dan Dornick on the outside run this time against an AG. 54. Oh no, 35. He's going to get 4 yards, but flags come flying. So let's check the TE. 12. Oh, that's going to be holding on the offense. And we're going to back him up 10. And it's going to be 1st and 20 back at their 32 now. Go short pass heavy here. 2, that is a short pass. 33. 33 is a BD. Yeah, BD. 16, that is going to be Steve Largent, the man. Steve Largent at one time, I remember when he got his 99th touchdown, and that was a new league record at the time. And then some guy named Jerry Rice came along. There he is. He's an EB5, A8. Really good player. Went to Tulsa. 76 years old this year. All right. I didn't know he was that old. Wow, that's a long time ago. So let's see. So it's going to be an AD short pass. .25. Craig's going to find him. That's a 7, and that's good for 13 yards. Nice, manageable 2nd down here after the completion. 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line. We'll go short pass heavy again. A 16, that's a short pass. Oh, look at that. Defense is ready for it here. That's a CD. 14 is Largent, though, so make it a BD. So short pass BD. Craig to Largent. 12, that's a 29, and Craig gets sacked again. -7. They're just going backwards and forwards here. He's going to lose 7 yards on the sack. In the backfield for Kansas City is Dino Mangiero. What a great name. Dino Mangiero. 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 We'll go with that. -7 on the sack. And it's going to be 3rd down and 14 now. So we're going to go medium pass heavy. Boy, their offensive line is full of 4s. There's a couple of them. Got to be better. All right, a 4. That's a short pass. Defense is ready again. Another 11. That's a CD, but it's Largent. Make it a BD. So we'll run basically the same play here. Craig to Largent. 35. It's going to be complete. Oh, he's only going to be able to get 9 yards, though, and that is not enough for a first down. And they're going to have to punt away. Man, if they can get rid of the mistakes, they are managing to push the ball forward. They just keep going backwards. So we're going to go ahead and punt. Bring out Jeff West to do the punting. 43. And that is a 32. And that is going to go 40 yards and D10. So D10 is JT Smith. So punt, 40, Jeff West. And from the 13-yard line, JT Smith, 26. That is a 21. And he'll get 2 yards. 2 yards for Kansas City. Going to have to put some points on the board sooner. We're not going to get this 51-48 game. All right, 1st and 10 at the 15 for Kansas City now. Bill Kenny brings his team back out onto the field. We're going to start with a short pass. It will be Theodis Brown. He's an A. 35 on defense is a CS. We'll make it a BS. And we'll go short pass BS. Kenny to Theodis Brown. 32. And he's going to... Oh, that's a 20. Okay, it's incomplete. I thought he was going to get sacked, but he actually got the ball away. It was incomplete, though. And it's going to be 2nd down. Offenses are struggling here. 2nd down. And 11. 11 is going to be a short pass. 52. That is Gerald Thomas. He's a B. No, he's a C. 14, though. 14 is a BG. So we're going to short pass BG. Kenny to Thomas. 16 is an 18. And that's going to be complete. But Thomas is going to get hit in the backfield. And he's going to lose 2 yards. So Kenny to Thomas is going to go -2, and they're in danger of going 3 and out. 3rd and 12, back at the 13. We'll go medium pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. 62 is James Hadnot, another running back. I think he's either a fullback or a tight end. I remember him. James A is a fullback. There he is, James Hadnot. C1, not a lot of catches for him, not a lot of targets for him. But he is a C receiver. So he's in there to block. But it's going to break down a little bit, and Kenny's going to just look for him for a dump off. 46 is a BS, so we'll go short pass BS. Kenny to James Hadnot. 26, 17. It's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down. And the offenses are struggling here. And they're going to bring out Jim Arnold, I believe his 3rd punt of the first quarter. 4 minutes to go. 14. Oh, man, and we're going to have a penalty. 35. Oh, no. Oh, man, we got a lot of symbols here. I love it. So look at this. We are inside the 14, so we're here in this column. So we go down this column. Look at this. Look at this one. 35. X7TZ. So it's blocked, but we have a penalty. So let's check the penalty first before we go to that X7. 51. And that's going to be, oh, that's an illegal block on the offense. So let's check that block. X7. X7 right there. 16. That is -15. 0-10. That goes into the end zone. It will be picked up, though, by somebody. Who is 010? So on punts, 010 is the personal protector, the fullback. So our fullback, our starting fullback, is going to recover it back there. And so let's go minus 15. So let's go punt. We'll go minus 15 blocked, but we will say Kansas City recovers it, but he recovers it in the end zone. And that is going to be, let's see, who punted? It's going to be Jim Arnold is blocked. It's going to be picked up 2 yards deep into the end zone by our starting fullback. That is Henry Marshall. No, is it? No, I'm sorry. It's not. It is Theodis Brown. Boom, Theodis Brown. And he's going to try to run with it because what else can he do? 25, that's a 17. And he will get 6 yards. He'll get him out of the end zone, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. He just saved a touchdown. But Seattle's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 4. 1st and 10 in Seattle at the 4-yard line. So that was nice. All right, bring in Dave Craig. 1st and goal. A 7, that is an outside run. 21 on your defense is BS. 11 is Kurt Warner. So outside run Kurt Warner, little pitch out. And 21 was BS. 51, it's a 16. He gets around the corner and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, Seattle is on the board, 6-3. Kurt Warner with the touchdown. He had 3 in real life. We'll see how many he can get in this game. And let's bring out Norm Johnson for the extra point. 25 is a 5, and that'll be good. And Seattle takes a 7-3 lead in this first round game of my tournament. We'll save just to be on the safe side. And let's kick it off with Norm Johnson. Ooh, big kickoff, 66. That's a 25. That's going to go through the end zone. And that's a touchback. Oops, 75. And Kansas City has the ball back. 1st and 10 on their own 20. Turn of events here. Crowd is going crazy. That's a 6. That'll be an outside run. 65. That is going to be Lawrence Ricks. I don't know him. He's a halfback 1. He got some carries, about 25 carries for that year. It's about 1.5 a game, so he's going to get his carry here. And our defense is a 12. That's a CD. So we'll go outside run CD. Lawrence Ricks. $53 for Ricks is a 22. And he's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Lawrence Ricks. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. All right, a 17. That's a short pass. 46. That is Kenny Thomas. He's a B. Oh, but that defense is a BG. So short pass BG. Craig looking for Ken Thomas. All right. 64 for Kenny, not Craig, Kenny. And it's a 9. It'll be good. That's a 10-yard gain. That's a first down. So Bill Kenny finds Kenny Thomas. I got him confused there. The Kennys. Too many Kennys. Who killed Kenny? And it's 1st and 10 now, up to the 30 for Kansas City. A 12. We're going to go short pass again. 22 this time. That'll be Willie Scott. He's a B. Starting tight end. 35 when your defense is a CS. So we'll leave it at CS. We'll go short pass. 22 for Kenny. He's going to find Willie Thomas. Thomas is going to get 14 more and a first down. So Kenny to Thomas. Kenny to Kenny. For how many? 14? 12. 10. 7. 9. 14. It's first and 10 up to the 44. 2 plays, 24 yards. That's nice. A 19, we're going to go medium task now for Bill Kenny. 8 of 12, 79 yards so far. 32 is Theodis Brown. He's a B on medium passes. And 64 is CS. So we'll stay at CS. Medium pass CS. Kenny to Theodis Brown. 52, that is a 26, and Bill Kenny's going to run. Doesn't like what he sees there. And he is going to take off and run, and that should be a CS, right? 64, yeah. Oh, an 11 for Bill Kenny. It's a 16. He's going to rumble for 10 yards. Big run for Bill Kenny. That's another first down, too. So back-to-back-to-back first downs. And it's going to be first down. They're going to cross the Seattle 50, or the 50, and get to the Seattle 46. All right, a 13. That'll be a short pass. They're just going to throw the ball right down the field. This, I'm telling you this. If you watched my last video, this is Thad. What was his last name? Thaddeus something or other for the Browns. This is the same thing. 44 is Billy Jackson. Billy Jackson is one of the running backs, right? Yeah, I think so. Where's Billy Jackson? Oh, yeah, he's your starting halfback. That's what I thought. He's right there under my dice. He's a B on short passes. And 64 is a CS. We're going to go short pass, CS. Kenny to Billy Jackson, the running back. 64, it's a 9. And that's a 5-yard gain. So Kenny to Jackson gets you 5. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 now, down to the Seattle 41. And let's do that again. All right, a 16. That's a short pass. 54. That's Lawrence Ricks. He's a C. 22 is a BD. So short pass BD. That's going to be Kenny to Ricks. 14. That's a 35. It's going to be complete. 2 yards, but a TH. Another penalty. Let's check it. 52. That's going to be ineligible receiver downfield, 10 yards on Kansas City, and Seattle will happily take that. So one of the offensive linemen got down the field a little bit too quick. And it's going to be 2nd and 15 now, back across the 50 to their own 49. And we'll go, let's go short pass heavy. The dice are hopping all over the place. There we go. A 10, that is a short pass. 34 is Henry Marshall. He's an A. And 32 is a CG. Make it a BG. It's a short pass. BG, Bill Kenny to Henry Marshall. 42 is a 9. That's complete. And he'll get 10. So Bill Kenny's going to do what Thaddeus Lewis, is that his name was Thaddeus Lewis? He's going to do what Thaddeus Lewis was doing. He's going to get 8s and 9s and just get like 8 to 9 yards at a time here. And that was to Marshall. And that was 10. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. This is going to be the last play of the first quarter. 3rd and 5. 13 is a short pass. 46, that is Kenny Thomas. He's a B. And 33, that's going to be a BD. So they make it a little harder here. Kenny to Ken Thomas. Kenny to Kenny. 64, it's another 9. That's only going to be 4 yards, though. He's going to come up 1 yard short of the first down. And the question is, do we go for it here? Let's take a look at where we are on the field. That will end the quarter, so they'll have the whole commercial break to think about it here. Seattle leading 7-3 off that turnover, off that blocked punt. And it's 4th and 1 at the 37. So if we were in 2012, I think this is a field goal, 54-yard field goal. But I think we're going to go for it here. I think we're going to bring them out. We're going to go big. The 37. You don't really want to punt from the 37. So let's go big here, and let's go for it. All right, it's a 7. That's going to be an out. That's an inside run. 43 is Theodis Brown, the big fullback. And 26 is a BS. So we'll go inside run BS. Theodis Brown. Starting the second quarter. 31, it's going to be enough. 17, he is going to bust through the line for 4 yards, and he gets that first down. And it's 1st and 10 now at the 33 for Kansas City, at the Seattle 33. And then 18 is a medium pass. So 43 is Billy Jackson, our running back. He's a C on medium passes. And 21 is a BS. So we'll go medium pass BS. Bill Kenny to Billy Jackson. We got Kenny to Kenny. We got Bill to Bill. It's going to be a confusing one here. And that was what? 21 BS. Second quarter. 14. That is a 35. That is going to be intercepted. W64. But there is a penalty flag down. So let's check the TH first. 43. That's on the offense. That is illegal forward pass. He's past the line of scrimmage. Wow. What happens on an interception when you're past the line of scrimmage? Does it? Because technically the pass doesn't count. So let's ask ChatGPT what it thinks. ChatGPT. So let's just go in here. Well, we're gonna trust the AI, which is never a good thing, but we're gonna trust the AI here. We're just gonna do what it says. What is the ruling on an interception when the QB is past the line of scrimmage? Does the INT count, or is the pass ruled, I don't know, invalid? I don't know what word I'm looking for there. Let's see what it says. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's checking the official rule language for us, so that's good. There we go. I'm going to take a drink of my drink while it's thinking. I have extended thinking on right now. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Oh, but the play is not dead. Okay, so they can keep the interception and decline the penalty. And that is according to a rulebook. It even cited its source here. All right. So let's check the interception. Wait. No, we're not going to deal with that. All right, so let's check the interception. So W64. Thanks, ChatGPT. I know everybody loves you. I do. All right, 54. So W64, 54. That is 35 yards. So that's going to be picked off in the end zone. So Bill Kenny to Billy Jackson. 35 yards, and it's intercepted. Let's see who got it for Seattle. 42. And that is Kenny Easley. He is good. Is he a 4? He's a 5. Yeah, he's a good player. Where's he at? Oh, wrong team. Kenny Easley. He easily intercepted it. There he is. So he's a WR. So we're going to run it back with him, even though we're 2 yards deep in the end zone. But he's a W7 QS2. He's good. He went to UCLA. He's good. Let's see what he can do on the interception return. 25 is an 8. And he is going to scramble for 28 yards. 28 yards on the return. And Seattle holds off a Kansas City scoring opportunity here by picking off Bill Kenny. There he is. And he's going to get 28 yards. Seattle's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 26. And I'll play for a little bit longer. Right? Like I said, I have some administrative stuff I have to do for my book. And I want to do it tonight before the work week starts. So, Seattle now with the ball. And they're going to start with a short pass. 26 on your defense is BS. And 24, that's Steve Largent making an AS. So we'll go short pass AS. Craig to Largent. Second quarter. 21 for Craig is a 17. It's going to be complete for 4 yards. So Craig will find Largent right by the line of scrimmage. And he'll get hit immediately by Deron Cherry. Not Nina Cherry, not Buffalo Cherry. Buffalo Cherry. Nina Cherry. Who was Nina Cherry's brother that did that song, Save Tonight, Fight the Break of Dawn? That was something Cherry. I don't remember what it is. Nina Cherry did a song called Buffalo Stance in the 80s. Great song. All right, here we go. Enough reminiscing. Reminiscing, a song by the Little River Band. Second 6. 20. Oh, we're going to go deep with Dave Craig. 53 is CS. Oh, and 15 is Steve Largent. So we're going to go long pass BS. Dave Craig going to wing it down there looking for Steve Largent. Second quarter. Oh no, 56 is a 25 and it's picked off. W71. So Craig returns the favor. 63. And that is 39 yards down the field. The old first down arm punt, second down arm punt. Craig to Largent, throws it into double coverage. But how many yards? 39 yards. And it's going to be intercepted. And it's going to be taken at the 31 by Kansas City. Let's see who got it for them. 25. That is Lloyd Burris. Lloyd reminds me of the TV show Alf. There was a character named Lloyd, but everybody called him Lloyd for some reason. I don't know, it made me laugh. I was a kid. What do you want? So Lloyd Burris, your starting strong safety, comes up with it. There he is. Oh, and he's a WR. That dude's got 3 different double letters in his name. He's a W5 WR, so he's going to try to run it and see what happens now. Maybe he can get back to where Kansas City was. Oh, 43. That's a 31. Oh, man. Wait, oh, we have an RP17, a rare play on the interception return. This ought to be fun. We're going to use the book for this one. RP17. There it is right there. So let's see what happens with Lloyd Burris. And it's a 6. Runner. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Returner scores touchdown. We have a pick 6, but there's a flag on the play after the change of possession. So we're going to look at the TK column. Okay. Is it going to stand? 54. That's going to be holding on the return. Oh, man. So what am I going to do here? I always do with punt returns and kick returns. I call it a spot foul and penalize them from there. So I'm going to do the same thing here just because, I like points and that helps me get points. So that is a 69-yard return. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 different 20-sided dice. And we'll get, I have a 10 here too. That's 70 right there. It was a 69-yard return. That's 70. Let's roll all 4 of them. It's a big roll. 19 and 15 is 34, plus 11 is 46, plus 9 is 55. So we'll say he went 55 yards, and that's where the spot foul will be from. So Lloyd Burris goes 55 yards. And that's 15. So he's going to take it all the way down to the 14, but there's going to be a penalty, a holding penalty right there. I'm pretty sure this is not anywhere near what the actual rule is in the NFL, but this is what I'm doing. So it's on Seattle, 10 yards. We're not going to use the first down marker here. No, wait, I'm sorry, not Seattle. It's against Kansas City. We're not going to use the marker because we want to stay 1st and 10. Say holding. And no time off the clock. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Kansas City on the Seattle 24. So after all that, they do move up about 15 yards, maybe 10 yards. That's good for them. All right, Kansas City's ball now. It's a 13. That's a short pass. 53. That is JT Smith. He's a C. And I got to check that. Hold on. I got to check that. This 1989. So let's look here. So let's find Phoenix. Of course, they're going to be on the bottom. There they are. All right, here's Phoenix. All right, here's Phoenix. I'm really curious about this now. So let's check. So you got Gary Hogan. This is 1989. You got Vi Sikahema. There he is. Oh, so is it the same one? It is the same one. Look at that. So he only goes up one grade. This is 6 years later. It's the same one. North Texas, date of birth the same, so it's definitely the same one. He's an EB2 C1, but he's an EB3 A-star 11. He's the only A-star in that 1989 set is JT Smith. So he went to Phoenix, which hurt him a little bit, but he does have better statistics coming in the future. All right, so it's going to be JT Smith as a C. And on your defense is a 56. That's AS. We'll make it a BS. So we'll go short pass BS. We're inside the 30. All right, Bill Kenny to JT Smith. 44. It's a sign of things to come. That's a 4. He'll get 13 yards and go out of bounds. So Bill Kenny, I'm telling you, I think he's 22 years old during this game. Or 32 years old. He's 28 years old. 28 years old. Math is hard. So 13 yards and out of bounds. And that is going to make it first and goal at the 9. Whoops. At the 11. Sorry, first and 10 at the 11 for Kansas City. I told you math was hard. And we're going to go outside run. 54 is going to be Theodis Brown. 46 is a BS. So outside run BS. For Theodis Brown. 14. Man, it is ugly out there. 14 is a 35. And we're going to have another flag down. We've got 5 accepted calls so far. So what was that? 14 was a 35. Oh my God. We have an F15 TE. So we're getting our turnovers and our penalties at the same time here. F15 TE. So let's check the fumble first. That's what I do. I roll one die. The bullet means it's the fumble counts. The blank means it does not. There's way too many fumbles in this game. So I'm going to go 50% now. And it will not count. So we'll use the result of the F15 to determine the actual yardage gained or lost. But let's check the penalty now. TE. 46. That's a holding on the offense. So let's check the gain. So it's an F15. All right, 25. Oh, wow. Oh, man. So he's actually going to lose 10 yards, then fumble, but the fumble won't count. So he's actually going to lose 10 yards. So they're going to decline the penalty. They'll take the 10-yard loss from Leotis Brown. On the run. Take it on the run. And it is going to be 2nd and 20. Back at the 21. Didn't they have a long second and goal or third and goal earlier in this game? 2nd 20. Let's go short pass heavy here. And it's a 4. That will be a short pass. 13. That is Carlos Carson. He's an A. 46 is BS. So we'll go short pass AS. Bill Kenny to Carlos Carson. 30, another penalty. That's a 35. That's 9 yards, but a TH. 51 is a 23. That is illegal contact on the defense. That is 5 yards, but that is an automatic first down. Way to bail him out, Seattle. Oh, man. Okay. Illegal contact. It's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 16. Seattle has 3 penalties for 30 yards. And it's a 6. That's going to be an outside run. 53, that is Theodis Brown. He's going to get a chance to redeem himself here. 52 on your defense is CD. So outside run CD. $55 for Brown. 16 gets around the corner. He'll pick up 6. All right. 2nd and 4. $16. That's a short pass. And 14. That's going to be Carlos Carson. He's an A. 52, that's a CG. Make it a BG. It's a short pass BG. Oh, 34. Another penalty. That's going to be good for 8 yards, but we have another TH. Another one. Referees are flag happy. That's holding on the offense, and they'll take it. That's Kansas City's now 4th penalty. Boy, it's been a wacky game. Feels like it should be way more than 7-3. 2nd and 14 now. Back at the 20. Let's go medium pass heavy. We get a short pass. 66. Back to Ed Beckman. He's a C. 25. 25 is AD. So we'll go BD, short pass. Bill Kenny to Ed Beckman. 46. That's a 17. That's going to be incomplete. And it's 3rd down. All right, let's go medium. You know what? Yeah, let's go medium pass heavy. I still do have medium pass. Oh, man. I just looked up at golf. And there's somebody literally laying flat on the fringe of the green, literally laying flat on their stomach to read a ball. I don't know. It's just too much. It's overkill, guys. It's overkill. All right, sorry. Little editorializing there again. Let's see. 43 on your defense on this short pass is going to be a BG. 24. That is Willie Scott. He's a C, so we're going to stay at BG. We'll go short pass BG. Kenny looking for Willie Scott, the tight end. Oh, 34. Look at this white 4 is the devil. 34. That is another penalty. 35. That's going to be 8 yards, but a TH. So let's check the TH. You're hoping for another illegal contact if you're a Kansas City fan. 64. That is a 5, and that is grasping the face mask. Defense. 10 yards. And I don't believe that's an automatic first down. It is not. So it's 10 yards from the possession. So they're going to get another chance at it here. So that's going to be Seattle's 4th penalty. It's not an automatic first down, but it is 10 more. It's going to make it a 3rd and 4. That's going to be a face mask flagrant. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 now at the 10. And we'll go short pass heavy again. And that is an 18. All we have is short pass, so that's going to be a short pass. Didn't really need to roll that. 50. Whoa, threw both dice off the table. That's new. I believe. I think it was a 51, right? That's what I'm going to call it. I'm pretty sure it was a 51. 51 is Jurel Thomas. He's a C. 44 on your defense is BD. So we'll go short pass BD. Kenny to Jurel Thomas. 22. 22 is a 4. It's complete. He gets a touchdown. He gets first down plus 4. He'll get into the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, well, I say just like that, that was complicated. The Chiefs retake the lead. It is 9-7. Let's bring out Nick Lowery. 32. Ugh. It's a 7. Pretty sure 7 is good. Oh, yeah, 7 is good. So it's going to be 10-7 now. So we'll go Lowery, good. Keep it going here. Let's kick it off. 11 minutes to go. Let's kick off with Nick Lowery. 31. 31 is a 2. And that is going to be 3 yards deep into the end zone, 68-09, and we will run this back. And it's going to be Zachary Dixon. Zach Dixon out of Temple. He's your main kick returner for Seattle. 61, that is a 19. And he'll get 23 yards on the return, and just like that, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. All right, 10:45 to go. Seattle find themselves down now 10-7. This is a wild game. Oh, man, a guy on the Golf Channel, the guy on this tournament, it's the Players Tournament, literally hit a swan or a duck or whatever that animal is. And his ball hit the duck. The duck went in the water, goose, and then the ball followed him in the water. It's kind of funny, actually. All right, a 1. We're going to start with an inside run for Seattle. Start it simple. Just try to get a couple yards here. 52 is CD. 64 is going to be Dan Dornick. So inside run, CD for our backup fullback. $56, that is a 25, and that is no gain. So Dornick for nothing. And let's make it 2nd and 10. A 7, that'll be an outside run, so we're going to pitch it out this time. 65 is AS. And 43 is Kurt Warner. There you go. Kurt Warner on the outside run against an AS. 13, that's an 18. Kurt Warner gets 6 yards and gets pushed out of bounds. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4. We'll go short pass heavy here. And we'll get a short pass. 32. 32 is CG. But it's going to be Dan Dornick, who's a B on short passes. So we'll stay at CG. So short pass, CG. Craig is going to get sacked. He'll lose 6. And it's just a weird game. 16. And that is going to be Dino Mangiero getting in there. Isn't that Mangiero is a 2nd sack of the game? He's all over Dave Craig. And let's see. Did I do that right? Yeah, it's 4th and 10. They're going to have to punt. Bring out Jeff West to punt. It's a 36. 36 is a 10. And that is a 42-yard punt taken by D10. And that's going to be taken all the way back to 38. D10 is JT Smith. Oops. A 45, that is an 11. And he'll get 7 yards on the return. And that'll give him good field position at the 45, Kansas City. We've only had 1 upset so far in the first round. That means I've played, 10 games or so, and we've only had 1 upset so far. This would be a pretty big one. 22 over, I think it's 22 and a 10, something like that. 22 and an 8, maybe. This would be a big upset. 22 and a 9? I'm not sure. But it would be a big upset here. So let's go back to Kansas City now. 1st and 10 at their own 45. All right, an 11, and that's going to be an outside or a short pass. Short pass. 54 is Lawrence Ricks. He's a C. 63 though is a BG. So short pass BG. Bill Kenny looking for Lawrence Ricks. Oh, a 54, and you know what that is? It's a 36, and we have a touchdown. But we have a penalty. We have a TH. So he hits the fullback or the halfback, Lawrence Ricks. Just outside the line of scrimmage, and Ricks runs it all the way to the end zone, but flags come flying down behind him. Let's see what we got. 14. Oh, it's going to be holding on the offense, and we're going to call that back. Oh, that is demoralizing right there. All right, 1st and 20 now, back at the 35. We're down to 9 minutes to go in the first half. We'll go short pass heavy. We got a 10. For them, that's a short pass. 31. 31 is Theodis Brown. He's an A. And 13 is a BS, making an AS. A short pass AS. It's going to be Bill Kenny to Theodis Brown. 52, and Kenny's going to run. He does not like what he sees. He's going to scramble. And our defense originally was a BS. 43, and Kenny is not going to like this. In fact, we've got a fumble. We have a fumble possibility. F16. So let's roll it with the die here. This means the fumble counts. This means it does not. And the fumble will count. So we have an F16. $22. And that is a 17-yard run by or by Bill Kenny. Wait, who ran that? 43. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? I looked at the wrong person. Oh, that was a short pass. There you go. Wait, I totally looked at this wrong. Hang on a second. All right, I totally forgot that it was a quarterback scramble. So Kenny scrambled. I just looked at the video, saw what all the dice rolls were. Kenny scrambled, and that's why 43 was a 34. That was an F16. I rolled a 22. And that is going to be a 17-yard scramble by Bill Kenny. He is going to fumble. 17 for Bill Kenny. Whoops. He is going to fumble, but Kansas City is going to jump on it. And that is going to be the 07. That's your starting tight end, Willie Scott, jumping on the ball. There he is. And we'll do a little fumble return with him. So let's roll. 25. That's an 11. And he is going to get nothing. He's going to fall on it right there as Bill Kenny is taken down. But Kansas City will keep the ball thanks to Willie Scott's quick movement there, quick eyes to see it and jump on it. First and 10 or second and 3. That's right. It was first and 20 there after the penalty. So second and 3 now on Seattle's 48. And it's an 11. That is a short pass. 12. That is going to be Carlos Carson. He's an A. 22 though. That's a BD. We'll make it an AD short pass. $62 for Kenny is an 18. It's going to be incomplete. So Kenny to Carson is incomplete. And 3rd and 3. And we can do anything here. We'll go standard. We can handle a run here. And it's a 17. We're going to go short pass. 45. That is Kenny Thomas. So Kenny to Kenny. 21 is BS. Thomas is a C. No, Thomas is a B. So we'll stay at BS. And we'll go Bill Kenny to Ken Thomas. 36 is a 14. That is complete. It is 6 yards. Just got the first down and then gained a few more. And he gets that play. Good play by Ken Thomas to extend that a little bit. It's 1st and 10 out of Seattle's 42. All right, it's going to be an inside run. 13 is Billy Jackson. They have not run the ball much, and Billy Jackson has not run the ball much at all. He had about 160 carries, if I remember correctly, during the season. He needs to be running the ball. That's about 10 times a game, and I think he's got 1 or 2 this game, maybe not any at all. It's a BS, so we're going to go inside run, Billy Jackson, BS. 56, that's going to be a 24. He'll push forward. He'll get 3. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 now at the 39. All right, a 10. That's a short pass. Oh, that 11. That's going to be Carlos Carson. He's an A. 34 is not good. It's an AG. So we're going to go Carlos Carson on the AG, the best receiver against a terrible passing defense. It's going to be Kenny to Carson. 55. It's a 5, and he is going to get 21 yards. No, first down plus 11. 18 yards. And that's a first down. Big play by Carlos Carson for 18. And it's going to be 1st and 10 down to the Seattle 21. Remember last time we were down here, all kinds of wacky stuff happened. All right. I have a 20 on the board. Oh, man. These dice are slippery. That was a 20. So I don't have long pass. So we're going to go medium pass. And 56 is Stephon Page. Have not said his name yet. He's another one of those guys who in about 4 years is going to be really good. He's an EB2 right now. He's a B3. EB2. He's a 3-2. So actually he's a 3. against the pass and 2 on the run plays. But he's a B. And then 53 on your defense is a CS. We're going to stay at CS. We're going to go Bill Kenny to Stephon Page. 43. That is a 29. And Bill Kenny's going to get sacked because weird things happen in up here inside the 25. He is going to lose 7 yards on the play. No, he's not. He's going to lose 6 yards on the play. He's going to get taken down in the backfield. Getting the sack for Seattle is Bruce Schultz. I have no idea who Bruce Schultz is. Is he a starter? Yeah, he is a starting outside linebacker. There he is. He's a 3. W3 QS1. Picked off a couple of passes. He is going to get the sack this time, though. And that's going to make it 2nd and 16 back at the 27. And we'll go short pass heavy. It's a 12. That is a short pass. 16, we're going to look at Carlos Carson. He's an A. 54 is an AG. Oh, man, here we go again. So we're going to go short pass, Carlos Carson, AG. Another chance here for Kansas City. 11, Bill Kenny. That's a 17-yard play, and that's going to be a first down right at the 10-yard line. So Carlos Carson, I think that's another big play from him. It's 1st and goal at the 10. All right. Oh, let's roll that again. All right, a 7. That'll be an outside run. 11. That is going to be Billy Jackson. 34. That's going to be an AD, right? Yeah, it is. So that's a terrible run. They're guessing wrong here. So Billy Jackson, AD, is going to run against a pass defense. 45. That's a 22. And he'll get 2 yards on the play. Not a great roll. The fact that it was AD helped him get those 2 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8 now at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 8. Let's go short pass heavy here. And all I have is short pass. So we don't need to roll the purple one. 61. That is going to be Stephon Page. He's a B. 32 is bad. That's a CG. So we're going to go short pass CG. Bill Kenny to Stephon Page. 33 this time. That's a 3. That's a first down plus 5. That's a touchdown. And Bill Kenny hits Stephon Page for the 8-yard touchdown. Oh, wait, I was on the wrong. I was on the wrong board. Let's check. 33 is a 3. 30. And what was our defense? 32. That's a CG. And that is going to be good for, it's weird, 6 yards out of bounds. So it's not a touchdown. I was on the 10 to 30 board, not inside the 10-yard line. So Kenny to Page, 6 yards. He's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 2. My mistake, 3rd and goal at the 2, but I caught it in time. Sometimes if I don't catch them, I don't care. I catch mistakes that I don't say out loud to you guys if I'm on the wrong boards, but if I can still fix it, I fix it most of the time. And we'll go through. Let's go inside run. 41, that is going to be Theodis Brown, the fullback. He has had a weird game. Chance to get a touchdown here. 42 is CS. So inside run CS, Theodis Brown. 61, that is 22. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 4th down. And I think we're going to take the points here. I think Nick Lowry's going to come out, get him 3 more. So let's go Nick Lowry. It's going to be a 19-yard field goal. 50. Oh no, 54. 54 is a 36. Just when we thought we weren't going to have a penalty. And that is no good, but we have a TM. We have a penalty. This could be huge. 46. That is a 29. That is 12 players on the field on the defense. We'll go half the distance to the goal. And now they have a decision to make. Penalty. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1. I think we're going to go for it. I'm feeling a little adventurous today. So we're going to go, let's see. Well, actually, it's not going to be that. It's going to be 1 yard. It's going to be 12 men on the field, which I think exists somewhere. Alphabetically, I don't think it makes sense, but I think it's here somewhere. Oh, man, that's a common penalty. It should be here. Do you guys see it? Am I missing 12 men on the field? All right, we're going to go delay a game then. We'll call it a delay a game on the defense. And that's 15 seconds because it was a field goal. It's 4th and goal from the one. We're going to go for it. We're going to go big. We're going to bring in the fat guys. Oh, 19. It's going to be a short pass. Bill Kenny says, I got your fat guys right here. It's Carlos Carson. He's an A. 43. Oh, man, they're going to fall for it, too. 43 is a BG. Make it an AG. It's a short pass AG on the play action. Seattle's going to bite big time on it. It's just a matter of whether or not Bill Kenny can make the completion. Oh, no, 41. It's a 19. Oh, no, I don't think this is going to be good. Maybe an AG it will be. I'm not sure. Short pass. There it is. It's AG 19. It's going to be complete, but he's going to lose 3 yards. Oh, they tried to dump it off to him in motion behind the line of scrimmage, and he is hit immediately. Seattle does not fall for it. And that is a big defensive stand right there. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 4. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And what are we going to do here? Let's just go standard offense. It's a 14. That's a short pass. Boy, what a big play that was. All right, 44 on your defense. BD. 33 is, who is that? That is Chris Young. Chris Young. I never heard of him. He's a starting tight end, right? Yeah, he's a starting tight end. He's a 3. He's a B4. He's a 3. He's a pretty good player. He can play wide receiver. And he's a B. So we're going to go 44 BD. It's a short pass BD. Dave Craig looking at Chris Young. 62 is a 21, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, it's Charlie Young. I wrote Chris down. It's Charlie Young. All right, 15. Did the card say Charlie and I just kept saying Chris? Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, that's weird. Is it a typo? Is there an I missing there? Is it Charles or Charles? Charles Young, or is it Charlie? Or is it Charles? Is he in charge? 2nd 10 from the 4. And we'll go standard again. All right, a 4. We're going to go inside run this time. Probably a good idea. And 45 is BS, because it always is. 46 is Kurt Warner. So we'll go inside run. Kurt Warner, BS. 62 for Warner is a 24. And he'll push forward. He'll get 3. It's not going to really do him a whole lot of help there. But it's going to make it 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and 10. So let's go short pass heavy for David Craig. And it's a short pass. 51 on your defense is AD. 51 on your receiver. That is Kurt Warner, and he's an A. So we're going to stay at AD on this short pass. $55 for Craig. That's a 5. That is 16 yards, and that will be a 1st down. So Craig to Warner. Little swing pass. Nobody out there on the right side, and Warner just runs. And it's 1st and 10 to 23. Let's call timeout for Seattle. Let's give them a chance to get down the field a little bit here. So 3 minutes to go. And we'll go short pass heavy. And it's going to be a short pass. 35. 35 on your defense is CS. 44, Paul Johns. He's an A, so we'll go BS. So we'll short pass BS, Craig to Johns. 45. 45 is a 16. It'll be complete. No, it's going to drop incomplete. Second down. And second and 10. Let's go medium pass heavy. Oh, it's a 20. It's a long bomb. I don't know that I've done one of those for Seattle. I feel like I have. I feel like I did one of these for Seattle and it was incomplete. So I'm just going to call the medium pass that I was hoping for. And we'll use everything else. So 36 is Paul Johns. He's an A. 21 is a BS. So we're going to go medium pass AS. And it's going to be Craig to Johns. 23. This is bad. This is a 30. He is going to get sacked. Minus 11. Big sack there. And now Kansas City's going to call timeout. Getting in the backfield for Kansas City is Dino again. 3 sacks for Dino. Dino killing it for this Kansas City defense. And they're going to call timeout here. So that's going to make it 3rd and 21 back at the 12. And it's 2:30 to go. And let's go big here. I think the smart thing to do is run the ball for Seattle. Force them to use a timeout. Don't do anything silly. And we're going to get 10. That's an inside run. 31 is a CS. 56 is David Hughes, fullback. So inside runs CS. And we're back inside the 14. All right, David Hughes. Oh, 32 is bad. That's a 26. And he'll actually get 2 yards. Okay, that's not so bad. Not as bad as I thought. So David Hughes gets 2. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, except Kansas City will use another timeout here. I never understood why coaches, when they're on defense, don't use timeouts, because the offense controls the clock. You shouldn't let the offense just run 30 seconds off because you want to keep the timeout. When you're on offense, you control the ball. Never understood it. All right, 4th and 19. Let's bring out Jeff West to punt. 61. Uh-oh. Oh, no. 61's a 33. And we have an F6. And one thing I don't roll the decider die for is punts on special team or fumbles on special teams. This F6 will count, whatever it is. Kansas City is loving it. Oh, man, we have -9 D5. So we're going to go errant snap on a punt. -9. Scooped up by... Oh, that's not going to work. Cancel. Let's go punt then. Oh, here we go. Fumbled snap. There we go. So we're going to go -9. Kansas City will recover this. So this happened to Kansas City on the other end. Now it's happening to Seattle. That's picked up at the 5-yard line. And that's picked up by D5. On a punt return, D5 just stays. It stays as your defensive player. So D5 for Kansas City is Mike Bell. And Mike Bell is going to scoop that ball up. He's going to try to run with it now. He's a defensive end for... Oh, fumble recovery 0 right there on the right. So that means he's going to fall on it. He's not going to run with it. But Kansas City with a golden opportunity here at the 2-minute warning. And Kansas City's going to start 1st and goal at the 5. Exactly what happened to Seattle on the other side. And they're going to, it doesn't matter what you do here. Let's go standard. It's a 13. 13's a short pass. 55 is Stephon Page. He's a B. 25 should be an AD, which it is. So short pass. Bill Kenny looking for Stephon Page, AD. 51, that is going to be complete. And he is going to get 2 yards. So Bill Kenny to Page for 2. We're not going to call timeouts here because you really have 3 plays. That's it. Maybe 4 if you need a field goal. All right, second down. Let's go standard again. And it's going to be an 8 this time. That's an outside run. 26 is Billy Jackson. 55, though. 55 is AG. Yeah. It's an outside run AG. 35 for Jackson is an 18. He gets 4, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. And Kansas City adds to their lead, surprisingly, as the underdog here. And it is 16-7. Let's check the PAT here. It's going to be Nick Lowry. 51, that's a 3. That'll be good. And Kansas City takes a 17-7 lead here. 1:15 to go in the second quarter, in the first half. Let's kick it off with Nick Lowry. 62. This crowd is stunned. It's a 7. I'm kind of stunned. I'm surprised. And that'll be 66-09, 1 yard deep, and he will run. No, we'll take a knee here. We'll take a knee. Give us that extra 15 seconds for a play. All right, so who is that? That is Anthony Herbie Hancock, and he is going to take a knee right there. Oh, I did that. No, I didn't do that wrong. So he's going to take a knee. Where are you at, Hancock? No, not Hancock. That is Zachary Dixon taking the knee. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 for Seattle. Minute 15, 2 timeouts. We're going to go medium pass heavy. And we're going to get that medium pass. 10 is a medium pass. 35. 35 is a CS. 33 is Chris Young. He's a B. So we'll go medium pass BS. Or CS. Medium pass CS. No, I did that wrong. Yeah, Dave Craig to Chris Young. Medium pass CS. There we go. 65. That's an 18, and that'll be incomplete. Craig to Young. Charles Young, not Chris Young, whatever his name is. 50. Oh, he's missing the I here, too, so that must be how you spell it. 2nd and 10. Let's go medium pass heavy again. All right, a 1. That's a short pass. 24. 24 is a BS. 31. Right back to Charles Young, or however you say it. He's a B, so we'll stay at BS. So short pass BS. Craig to Young. 15. That's going to be complete. He'll get 14 yards, and he'll run out of bounds. So Craig finds Young for 14, and he goes out of bounds. And it's 1st and 10 out to the 34. Let's go medium pass heavy again. 45 seconds left here. 18, there's a medium pass. 31 on your defense is CS. 46 is Kurt Warner. He's a B on medium passes. So we're going to go medium pass BS. Craig to Kurt Warner. 62 is, it's a 21. It's going to drop incomplete, almost intercepted. Pass Craig to Warner. Incomplete. How much time's left? 30. Let's go one more medium pass play here. On 2nd down. Actually, let's go 2. A 7. That'll be a short pass. 42. That is CS. 13, though, that is going to be Steve Largent. Make it a BS. So we're going to go short pass BS. Dave Craig to Steve Largent. 65. That's an 18. That's incomplete. It's 3rd down. We got 1 play to go, and we're going to long bomb. Steve Largent. I'll go. I like to do long bomb heavy. So 1 to 15 is a bomb, and then 16 to 20 is a medium pass. And we get a 4. That'll be a long pass. 51 is AD. 64 is Dan Dornick, our fullback. He's a C. So we're going to make it a BD long pass to our fullback. Oh no, 41 might be picked. He's going to run. Dave Craig says, I'm not throwing it long. I'm going to run. So we'll go outside run. And our it was an AD. It's a good defense to run against. Can I roll a 66? It won't even matter if I do. He's not going to get a touchdown. 26 is 25. It's no gain. That will end the half. A wild half, honestly. Let's be honest here. Wild half. Kansas City, though, with a big 17-7 lead. That's going to be the video for today. I'll probably come back tomorrow and try to play some more. I don't know if I'll finish it and try to play some more of it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will talk to you all later.